Hi guys, long time no see. Yeah, I know I've been a little off YouTube for a bit because, let's be honest, editing videos is really not the easiest thing. But today I'm back, and for the first time I'm here with a book review. So this book is called 6 Degrees, The Game of Blogs, and it's published by Blogadda in association with Lead Start Publishing. The first story is called The Awakening, and it's by the team called Team by Lines. There are 8 bloggers in this team, and okay, so if you're a sci-fi person, then you will definitely love this story. It's about aliens, and it also has a little bit of, I would say, spirituality, because it kind of connects how we need to have our inner spirit kind of awakened. And it revolves around, of course, the main characters, which would be Shekhar, his wife Tara, their daughter Ruhi, and 2 more characters, Jennifer and Cyrus. Jennifer's a photographer, Cyrus is a law student. So it basically shows how all of their lives have been connected by this one mission. And it's fascinating because, yeah, I mean, the alien concept might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it was really interesting, and I think it really kept me gripped to this entire story. Like, after the first 2 chapters or 3 chapters, I just couldn't put it down. I had to get through it, and then only I could put the book down. And fortunately, it's a short story, so I was able to get through it pretty quickly. So that's about The Awakening. The second story is called Untangling Life, and it's by Team Potliwala Baba. There are some parts of Untangling Life that is definitely predictable, like what's the relationship between Shekhar and Cyrus, what's the relationship between Cyrus and Jennifer. Some parts of it is slightly predictable, but the twist at the end, so this is actually a murder mystery. Every person, every character that is there definitely has a role to play or has some kind of motive for the murder. But when they reveal who the true killer is, it's mind-blowing. It's completely not seen. The story also touches upon a very interesting kind of medical condition, one that is not seen very commonly or not talked about very commonly. I don't think I want to reveal anything more because it might kind of give away a little too much in the story. So yeah, that's about Untangling Lives. Okay, right. So the last story is called Missing, A Journey Within, and it's by Team Theta 10. This is probably the shortest of the 3 short stories, and so the story is basically about the little girl Ruhi, who gets kidnapped, and it talks about the connection between her and her kidnapper, and it talks about her relationship with her parents, and also the relationship between her parents. And the title was not justified as much because within the first few chapters they actually find out who the kidnapper is, and it doesn't leave you it doesn't leave you cracking your fingers and saying what's gonna happen next. It really doesn't give that feeling. I would say that of the 3 stories, this is definitely my least favorite. There are certain things that are slightly cliched, like one of the main characters kind of tells his parents that he's gay, and of course his parents react very predictably. At some point I feel like they haven't explored the characters to the depth of which they could have. Definitely not to the extent of the other 2 stories, but it's a good story overall. Yeah, so I feel like Missing was kind of missing something that touches your heart. It doesn't tug at your heartstrings at any point. It doesn't give that message that you're expecting it to give, especially when the title says Missing, The Journey Within. You're expecting something a little more philosophical, which doesn't really come off. Overall, I think it's really fascinating how 8 different people were able to come together and collaborate and write one single story. I really think that in a creative space such as blogging, it's so important for you to collaborate with other people, because as competitive as blogging can get, at some level you can't grow without helping someone else or without being helped. You can't grow as a single person. You can't just stamp out everyone else and then say I will rise to the top and be like the best blogger in the world. It's just not going to happen. Blogging is a community, and that community is what Blogadda is building, which is a fabulous initiative. So in terms of that, in the way that so much of creativity has literally been, it's literally oozing out of this one book. This book is literally written by 24 people, you know, and that really fascinates me. That idea is just, it's incredible. I think there's a lot more that can be done in the world of blogging if people just decide to come together and do it. And I'd like to thank Blogadda for taking this initiative to make sure that people are forced to come together and understand how much better they can be, rather than being a one-man show. So thank you, Blogadda, for the book, and thank you for celebrating blogging.